Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Axis Football 2020 franchise feature review. Today we're going to be taking a quick look at some of the improvements to free agency. So let's dive right in. We've simulated through a whole season here, and we are in the off season now, right before the draft, and we're actually going to take a look at free agency. So I'm going to hop over to our personnel tab and take a look at our free agency card. And we have highlighted for us two of the top talents available in free agency. We've got a linebacker and a running back. So selecting this is going to pull us into our free agency list. At the top right, we can use our bumpers to switch between the positions. And as we go through each position, we can highlight players, we can sort along different stat categories, attribute categories, and this is automatically going to sort along there. So if we're looking for the fastest tight end available, we can do that here. If we want to see what our coaching staff thinks the best overall player is, we can highlight this left column. Now, one of the other new features that we have available this year, when you select a player, so let's say we really like Layla, we select this player, it's going to pull us over here to the next window here. We see on the left side an overview of all their attributes specific to this position, but we also get to see the other teams that are interested in this player. And I think a lot of times what we were missing last year in the 2019 version with free agency was a sense of how the entire league was involved with free agency. And so what we're going to see here is we get to see the other teams that are interested in the player. If I back out and we maybe go over to a wide receiver position here, this is a B plus player, a little bit of a higher caliber. When we select here, now we see we've got 4 teams interested in Jeremiah Reese. And the next really cool thing that we've added this year is the ability for a player to reject your offer and sign with another team. Okay, so we can go through here, and if we happen to, let's say we lowball him and give him a low salary from what he's looking for, and we go to offer a contract, we're going to see that the player is going to make a decision, and there's several different things that could happen here. The first thing is they could accept our offer. The second thing is they could decline our offer and accept one of the other offers from one of the other teams. And the third thing is they could decline all of the offers. And if they decline all of the offers, we'll get a message right here in this space that indicates why they rejected them. They might want a higher salary, they might want a longer contract, they might want a shorter contract, depending on how old the player is. Typically, younger players are going to want shorter contracts, older players are going to want longer contracts. And so we're going to get that message right there. So if we lowball Jeremiah here with a bunch of other teams interested, chances are he's going to find an offer from one of those other 4 teams. And so when we click offer contract here, this kind of gives him the go-ahead to either accept our offer or accept one of the other offers, and we'll see what happens here. So I click offer contract, and up here it says that he signed with Baltimore. Okay, so some real consequences to not making a good offer, just like we would expect to see in real life. Now, sometimes the player will come back and give you the opportunity to make a counteroffer or make a better offer. Sometimes we'll say, you know what, I've got a better offer from this other team. Can you do better? If we lowball them so much, they might, like we saw in this case, just say, you know what, I'm not even going to bother coming back to you. I really want to sign with Baltimore. I'm going to sign with Baltimore, and that's it. You don't get a second chance. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. And we wanted it to be as realistic as possible. And so we saw him sign with Baltimore. So if we hop out here and then we go over to the depth chart and then we look at Baltimore's depth chart, we see he was a wide receiver, I think. We see right there Jeremiah Reese signed with Baltimore, and they've already got him in the starting position as wide receiver Z. So this is the wide receiver 2 position. They've already got him ready to go. So some real consequences to free agency. You can't just go through and sign the best players for cheap. We've also done a lot of work with the free agency pool, making sure that the caliber of players in free agency was realistic with what you would expect to see in a professional league. Not too many good players, but still some available. So that's a big change that we made this year. Overall, trying to make our franchise mode as complete and realistic as possible. Thanks for tuning in. We will be back soon with more franchise reveal videos.